It's Ed, and the future is now. And the future is pre-market, trying to buy. The market's futures are down 2,100 plus, and Tesla shares are down $74.62 to 472. I have an open order in for 30 quantity at 473.30. Now the asking price is back to 475, and that will like never fill. Okay, and it was just down to 470 for the asking price. So now I've got to adjust the order. So I got to go down to my open order on my order status in the middle bottom. Okay, and actually it's lagging, which is really strange because I haven't seen this program lag at all. But there's no action. It's like I can't get anybody to buy. I already had an order in for 479.70. That didn't take when it was at 477. Then it dropped down another $2, and then I dropped the order down a few dollars, and it didn't take. Like I can't even get. I started with 40 shares trying to get. Now I'm trying to get 30 shares. I can't even get 30 shares. But let me change the order. So I'll show you how I do this. Basically, change the order down on the bottom. I'm going to leave the share at 30, and it's always limit. I have a pre-market limit 30, and then I'm going to 470. Let's go to it's at 474.85, so I have to go to at least 475.85, at least $1 over. I'm going to go to 476 flat and see if that'll go across, but most likely it won't. So I review order 14,280. So I'm going to place the order. Let's see what happens if anything goes across. So it's going to sit here 474.85. So I'm offering $1.15 above. Most likely that won't sell. Like that won't go across, most likely. And you can see when it sits here open and green, nothing happens. It'll buzz and make a sound. I'm not sure that'll come across on the audio recording, but I guess we'll find out. So anyway, Tesla's still down 73. I will tell you what is way up. And I'm not saying to get into it now, and I wish I had gotten into it before. One of my subscribers, and I'm going to look him up to see who it was because he had two good ones that they're actually up right now. The TLT and the UVXY. Okay, the UVXY is the the ProShares Ultra VIX short term 2X. Okay, it's up 45%. 45%. That's insane. I was thinking about doing something Friday with this, but I was like, oh my God, the chart is like, it's going so exponential. I don't like buying exponential. You can see the chart here. Actually, let me blow it up and this is insane. It's going to start up to like 80 something. There it is right there. It actually popped up. That's so strange. It popped up to where it's at. Like, I mean, it does that once in a while, but it won't stay there. Like, you can see the huge green candle right there, 84. That is a monster from where it was. I mean, that's crazy. So, I mean, just for example, if I had 1,000 shares, that would be $26,000. Holy cow. Yeah, that was a mistake on my behalf, I think. I probably should have taken the Ultra VIX a little bit more serious. You know, I mean, you could see my chart, my trend thing on it. I was charting it the other day, and I was like, wow. I'm like, I don't know. This is so vertical right now that, I was a little bit worried because it dropped like 7% the other day. I'm like, 7%. That's pretty steep to be losing or gaining 7% constantly, not knowing kind of where it's going. Okay, this market is all due to the Fed emergency slash of 1 point from 1.25, I believe, to 0.25. If I'm wrong, let me know. I wasn't exactly sure. I think it's at point, so it's not at zero rates, and he didn't go to negative rates. Excuse me, hang on one second. Now I watched the entire we'll go back to Tesla real quick, but I'm sorry. I watched the entire I should say listen to the entire emergency Fed move last night, Sunday. And so anyway, he cut it 1. The market was expecting 1 to go to 0. So obviously the market's not going to like that. But this is a little different. I mean, the market, this is a big difference. So, but it was his guidance saying, I am not going to negative interest rates, or he didn't think he was going. I'm not sure. I don't want to quote him incorrectly, but he basically said, no, I don't want to go to negative rates. He said that's not going to be good for the economy long term. So, meaning he can only go to 0.25 more is what he's saying, to go to 0. Next time he's going to go to 0.25, and that's it. So that's all they're going to do for interest rates and whatever. So that didn't do anything but send the market into another free fall. Anyway, let me get back to Tesla chart and let's see what's going on with the share. I mean, the shares are obviously open, 476. So I got to get back to that and find out what the heck's going on. I'm surprised it's not actually, let me go to the 5 minutes. See if it pulls it up. Oh, let me see what's going on here. Let me see what's happening. If I can see if it'll actually do that pop down to see where this thing's going to. Yeah, I think I'm not following. It's not showing it here. Let me go to the 5 minutes and see if it's actually going to do it here. You can see my chart is going insane. Like, I have so much data on this chart, it's ridiculous. But I have to blow it up to see. Hang on a minute. 476 is what we're at, and it's 473. I'm amazed that this is not. Notice, this order is open for a price of 476. So if you guys want to understand pre-market, I'm showing you right now. I am asking to buy 30 shares for 476, which is $3 over the asking price, and there's absolutely no one interested whatsoever on earth. Nobody interested in selling me their shares at 4. That shows me, and this is once again what I see so many times, when it gaps down, it pumps up. You know, gaps down, it's going to start climbing up. But I can't even get 30 shares to play around with. I'm just trying to make a trade. Okay, I'm trying to make a trade, buy in at anything under 500, and hopefully it gets back to 500 and I either sell, or it gets back to 520 and I sell. I don't really care. The whole point is this is a good value right here at 475 for these shares, but I can't get them. So it's not selling. Let me change the order, make sure I don't have anything wrong. So quantity 30, pre-market, limit order, which is my only option. You can see on the pull down, that's my only option. And then limit price. Be sure not to use the arrow up and down. That goes 100. If I click that, that would go from 30 to 130. Because most normal orders are about, like, I could probably buy 100 at this level, but nobody wants to sell me 30. That's potential. Like, I could possibly get 100. But anyway, 476 is not going through. Right now it's at 472.50. Can't get rid of these. I'm going to drop. I mean, I can't buy these. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm going to drop down. I'm not buying it at 476. So I'm going to review order, change it slightly. 14,200 for 30 shares. So let's see, times 15,000 times 7 is 105. So 8 times 30. I can get 240 shares of Tesla at this price almost. Okay, so I could do this. What I'm saying is, if it's 15,000, I can do this at 120,000 to work with. I can do this 8 times. I can buy 8 times cost-based averaging, which check my video for cost-based average, or DCA, dollar cost averaging, to basically, you know, see how if you're buying going down, you're buying slowly going down, just like you would buy slowly going up as confidence builds. You know, I'm a big believer in that because it negates the risk. it really lowers the risk huge, rather than just, oh my God, this is great at 476. I should just buy 120,000 at 476, right? Because there's no downside to this market at all. You can tell that, right? No, this market, this is the beginning of the end. Okay, so I'm preparing to trade until we load in and the market does finally correct. Because when the market, this is going to be a V bottom. I can almost predict that with certain accuracy. At some point in time, this will be a V bottom. It'll go down so low and it will all of a sudden turn into a frenzy of buying, which drives it virtually straight back up. So this V is going to be the most dramatic V probably that I've ever seen in the market, because I believe this market will probably go down at least 40 or 50%. I think it's already almost at 40%. I don't know. No, I mean it's at 20%, but I think it'll drop to probably 40%, maybe more. I think from 29,000 to I already said in another video that it could be from 29,000 to 15,000. So the Dow's right now, what is the future? So let me switch over to the future real quick. You can see right there that it's down 2,130 points. Let me recycle this because it doesn't seem to want to change. 2130, it's like I can't get this future to change to 21,000 anyway. So it has to drop a measly 6 more thousand. Look at how many it's dropped today. It's like 3 more bad days. 3 more bad days and we're 50% off the market. This is insane. I mean, this is definitely nothing like I saw in the 08 recession. Okay, because this is severely global. So let me see my orders placed at 474.81, 473.98. So I'm offering basically $1 over, a little less, and no, nobody's going to sell me. Why is nobody going to sell me? Because this is a great time to buy as a trader, because the market will bounce. I mean, the market's, not necessarily. I mean, I guess it could drop to 3,000 down per day and have the worst day ever. I guess that's possible. But look at Tesla. It's already down 13%. I don't think Tesla's been down 13% since the waterfall down, since basically the crash. I don't think so. I think it's like peaked around 12 or 11. I mean, at least I don't recall, and I track it every day. So you can see the SPY. SPY is down to 964. I'm sorry, where is that at? Where am I at? I'm sorry, it's down 964%, sorry, to 243. So the SPY is right here. All right, you see it on the actual, that's a huge gap down. You can see it's gap down below everything. It spiked up and everybody bought, thought, oh yeah, Trump is going to save the day, right? I guess the Fed decided, nah, he's not saving the day. Back down. Oh, this is brutal. This is brutal. This is why I don't long-term or short-term the market in a down bear market. I trade it. I trade this down. I look for any chance to shave points on the market, to shave money out of this downtrend. And I don't just short it randomly, because, I mean, if I would have been shorting it the other day and it went up 2,000 points, then I would have got burned. And then now it's like, oh, well, I better get rid of the shorts over the, and then all of a sudden it crashed back down. I could have gained on the shorts. So right now we're not shorting anything. I mean, I was thinking about laying some shorts on, but this is so crazy of a market that I only, prime example, I'm going to give a shout out to Blaze Capital. He says, don't trade what you don't know. And I don't know what's going on with the general markets. I'm just trying to react as quick as I can and try to work the markets a little bit. I'm not trying to understand this, because I just can't do it. All right? And if you can't understand it, you shouldn't be doing anything. But I do understand that if this gap's down huge, and now it's at 243.56, I'm at, oh my God, 243? Oh, that's fine. Jeez, I got to get back to Tesla before I have a coronary. Okay, hang on a minute. So let me get back to Tesla. What the heck? Let's see. What is Tesla at again? Because I have the trade on, so I wanted 474.81, because it could drop pretty quickly sometimes. Somebody could buy a block or sell a block of 10 or 20,000 shares. You know, I don't want to miss what's going on. Anyway, 474.81. I'm asking the asking price is 473.91. So it's not enough. I'm not asking enough for that to take. So granted, it's a little early. It's not even 7 a.m. Okay, it's 6:48. This usually starts getting busy, a little busier when people wake up. Okay, so 7:30, I mean, definitely after 7. But you see a couple flashing lights. If you're looking at this the actual thing, you're seeing these cells a lot of times. But green, looking for some green moves here, looking for some red moves here. But there's not much going on. When this market's open today, this thing will be flashing and it'll make you like psychotic, okay, when this market opens. So there's going to be massive volatility and action today for sure. Anyway, nothing's really happening with the share. Okay, so let's change the order. Let's go in. Okay, let's get, I wouldn't say greedy, but let's go up to 475 whatever, like 475.64 for 30 shares. Review order, place order. What that does is it cancels the last order, and then it'll open this new order with the change. So interesting. But so this probably won't do anything either. So I'm offering almost $2 more. But $2 more, nobody cares. They're not caring about this right now. There's no way. Nobody's going to want to sell. But the weird thing is this keeps dropping. Remember, when I came in this morning and I was like, wow, this is gapping down huge. Let's see what Tesla's at. And so anyway, it was at 479.70. So it's dropped to 473.99, and I still can't get a buy. I tried to buy at 479.70 and I couldn't buy. And now it's down to 473.99. I still can't buy for $2 more a share. Out of principle, I feel like just keep raising this just to show you when they finally decide to sell me shares. You know, I'm going to actually go up to 476.50 because, I mean, what's the worst case scenario? You know, come on. 476.50. Let's review that order. Place the order. I mean, that changed it, so it canceled the last order at 475. So I offered another $1. I'm literally offering $2.50 more. Now it's almost $3 more. Still sitting here. We'll leave it on for a minute, but this is brutal. But let's go back to the 5-minute. Let's go to the 5-minute just because I want to show you if maybe we can find a similar activity when this happened before. This is a little tricky because my 5 minutes is a disaster right this minute because I have so many supports and resistance from trading on a daily basis. When it gapped down here, went up here, gap here, it went up huge. This was that monster candle here. Let me see if I can change the trading. I need to change the trading dates here. That's what I need to do here. Hang on a minute. So you use the slider on the bottom right. So I want to use the slider. And when we had a huge crash, and then I want to use the slider the other way. And I want to get in on those basically that day and a half. So I'm using the slider, which is, like I said, my mouse, I apologize about that, but it gets a little wiry. So you can see where it gaps down huge. We got a halt. Remember, actually, I think we're going to get a halt again. We're down 7%, aren't we? For the day. We might get another halt, I think, when we open. Yeah, I think we're going to get a halt. Because what is 2,000? Let's do the quick math on here. What is a halt? Let's see. Let's pull up our calculator, if I can, which doesn't seem like I can. Excuse me for a second. Wow, I think maybe it's just my computer needs to be updated. Come on. Okay. Because it's super dragging. Okay, so if the market dropped 2,100 points, the quick calculation to see the drop was 2,100 divided by the amount that it was at. It was at 2,300 approximately. I'm just ballparking here really quick. Wow, 9%. Yeah, the market's closed. I mean, not now. The market, wow, that's interesting. Yeah. So the market will close immediately at the open today. Again. So do you think it's really good that we're setting off these stops on the market? I think they should have closed. This is my personal opinion. Okay. The markets should have closed when this outbreak occurred. And in the future, when we have an outbreak in 5, 10, 20 years that's similar to this, I think the measures that we take will be different. I think the market will instantly close. Maybe not instantly, but I mean, I think it should, because the market shouldn't be affected by the coronavirus. They should just fix the problem as many months as it takes to fix it, because it's not like we can just throw a cure up in 5 minutes. They were talking about 4 months before they go into human trials. 4 months? I'm pretty sure we can't take a beating on the stock market for the next 4 months. It'll be down to $2,000 a share. I mean, I'm sorry, $2,000 on the Dow. Okay, that's like putting us back into the Stone Ages at that point. If you own shares, they will be worth nothing. So, I mean, I don't see that happening. They need to, I mean, I don't know. I just think that that makes the most sense. Maybe that's super radical of an idea to close the markets. But, I mean, look at 9/11. When we had 9/11, I mean, granted, it happened right there. So it happened like, I mean, it happened downtown. It happened in an area where, they had to close the markets. They closed the markets for, I think, a week or so before they reopened the following Monday or something. And then the market like took a dive even further. But I mean, they had to close the markets in that situation. But why didn't they close the markets when this outbreak occurred? It just shows they weren't taking it seriously. And people are still not taking this seriously right now. People are still going out and traveling and partying and doing all this stuff because they just don't think, well, it's that normalcy bias that Blaze Capital talks about. I'll give him another shout out on that one because he's telling people, hey, wake up and pay attention to this because this is moving the markets. And a lot of people just aren't paying attention to it. I've been paying attention to it. I watch his channel every day and to see what he's talking about because he follows things in detail, just like I do. Okay, this is Justin from Blaze Capital. Sorry, he follows the markets in serious detail. He's a trader. He has to. So, and just like I do, I have to do this. I can't just guess a thing. Somebody told me the other day, as one of my subscribers said, I didn't take the problem seriously, the global problem seriously, and I figured Tesla would be fine. They got battery day coming up and this and that. It doesn't matter. When we go into a bear market, and I told you guys in a few videos, I can't remember where it was, that everything gets pulled down. It's all normal common stocks get pulled down. It doesn't really matter if they have anything to do with the situation or not. They just get dragged down because people need to sell to free up cash. You got to understand what's really going on. People are selling to whatever to free up cash to do other things or because they're panicked. The worst thing to do is panic. But I mean, why is this down two more thousand? Does it seem like you guys are panicking or people are panicking or the investment firms are panicking? I don't know. I'm not panicking. I'm just trying to look for a way to trade, which obviously isn't happening right now. This is pretty crazy. So anyway, let me go back to my order. And of course, that's not placed. 474 is the asking price. I'm asking 476.50. I'm asking $2.50 more for 30 measly shares, 30. And I can't even get 30 shares. What if I try to get 20? Think I should try to get 20? Yeah, let's change the order. Might as well. Let's go to 20. Maybe somebody will sell me one share. Somebody will sell me one share, right? Anyway, I'll go to 20. So now we're down to 10,000. So I can do this 12 times. 12 times 20, which is 300. Oh, geez, my brain can't even think about it. Where is the calculator? 12 times 20. Why can't I do 12 times 20? My math is, this is how tired I get in the morning like this. Try getting up every day at 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning when you're trading. Trading is kind of a job too. It's tiresome. Anyway, 9%. What were we doing? Oh, 20 shares. What was it? 20 shares was, oh, 10,000. 20 shares times 12. Is that what I said? 240. Yeah, 240 shares. So it doesn't matter. It didn't change the pricing. But I can I'm trying to figure out how many times I would do this to, at some point. I mean, I'm not, obviously I wouldn't be doing this today. Not likely. I'm taking very minimal risk. I've lowered my risk severely down. Like when I started trading this downward bear market and I was trying to trade the bounces, I was trading about 50 shares at a time. Now first of all, I can't even get 20 shares. I can't even buy them. $3.50 higher right now, and I can't buy them. So you guys learning from pre-market, if you want to buy pre-market, you got to understand that you have to offer somebody a deal. This is not a deal. Okay, this is definitely not a deal. Nobody's buying it. Okay, there's not a lot of people out there. There's not a lot of people pre-market trading, and there's not a lot of people awake this early. When they wake up, they're going to wake up, wow, this is popping. There it is. There it is. Well, did you guys hear the buzzer? Maybe not. I don't know if it's going to come across on my screen. Anyway, I'm gonna pause this and then re-record. So re-record the next one. Hang on. And I hope it doesn't come across on the audio and like blast you guys away. I don't have any idea because it's recording straight off of the actual computer, the audio. So it did place it. It filled 20 shares, 476. So you can see I'm still down right now. The asking price is 474. Okay, so I'm down. I'm down instantly after purchasing it. Let me see if it shows positions. So we click over to positions on the account details. That's also on the bottom middle underneath the chart. Underneath the chart is where all, the positions will be. So I don't have anything else except for this one. So my computer, I apologize, my computer's lagging a little bit. I'm not sure it has anything to do with the program or what's going on. Maybe I just need an update. So anyway, okay, so we got, oh, and it bought them at 546.62. Wait, what? I'm sorry. Man, my brain is fried. Sorry. It's on the right price. 476. So it literally bought them for the 476. Somebody said, okay, I'll sell my share at 476. They're seeing more downfall. Whoever sold them to me is seeing more downfall in the market at some point. So 20 shares, whatever. It's not a lot. I mean, let's see. And it's the actual, and remember, the actual P&L change is going to be totally different. Like it looks like, oh my God, I just made $1,400, right? You can see the P&L thing over here. No, that would be if if it started where it finished yesterday. So you can disregard that, okay? Because this is still pre-market. This is still pre-market, which is yesterday. I'm sorry, Friday's market essentially. So that's not true. So that none of that matters, okay? What matters is this: I bought it for 476. Right now, it's at asking price 476. So this is a super safe, super conservative move because Tesla's already down 13% for the day. The odds at falling farther than that in a given day, because it's never has, is pretty low. So I'm buying the trade as low as possible on the day, potentially. I'm not saying it couldn't go to 100 down. I think they've been 100 down, but I don't think the percentage has been that high before because the price of Tesla was over 600 at that time. I think it was 628. You guys remember when I bought at 628 and then bought again lower at 5, and then I bought at 550 or something like that. And then I had a chance to get out of that with a minor loss on that whole trade, meaning I lost like 7,000 and then I gained back the 5. So I lost like 2. So I got out of that trade. And now we're going to try this trade it a lot lower, obviously. This is 476. Let's see where it's coming up to. But you can see now that people are waking up at 7 a.m., we got a little boost once it hit 7. People that are traders probably opened their trading windows and were like, holy cow. They woke up at 7 o'clock. Boom. Now all of a sudden, you can see a lot more activity on the grid. Okay. A lot more trades coming across than before. So that's why we actually got the order off. Okay, so it's still it's hovering around. I mean, this could drop. This wouldn't scare me if it dropped to 470, 470. It wouldn't scare me if it dropped $5 a share. I wouldn't be in any panic whatsoever because that happens a lot. But I expect it to gap. I expect it to cruise up. You know, once the market opens potentially and people to be buying some shares. But I don't know. I mean, we could go into some crazy down day. Go down 3,000, really? Could we lose 3,000 on the Dow today? Then these shares would probably be in the hole. That means Tesla would probably be at about 100 down. It could be down to 450. Okay? So I really like Tesla at 300. I mean, that's my, right now, current predicted bottom. 300. That's what well, why would I buy at 476? If I think well, this is a trade. This is a short-term trade, as in today. Okay, super short, as in today, 1 day, maybe. Okay, maybe 2 days. I might lean it into tomorrow, depending. If there's some really good news and somebody comes out with some good news, potentially. I don't know what good news you can come out with. I mean, I don't think there's a whole lot of good news left, personally. I mean, what if you guys, here, comment on that. What's the next good news that drives the market up? Is there any good news? Give me some news headlines on my comments section in the bottom because I'm not sure there's going to be anything going on. But anyway, so I wanted to show you how that pre-market works in a real-time trade. That really happened. I really did this, and I showed you kind of what it took just to buy 20 measly shares of Tesla pre-market. You know, during the market day, you can buy and sell at whatever price that's at. Pre-market, you can't. So I'm buying in early, thinking another one of these upswings are going to happen. The last 2 times it's happened, boom, boom. I'm looking for the boom, okay? So, and I'm not trying to make $1 million here. I'm just trying to you know, make a profit, you know, on a trade. You know, that's all. And it's not even going to be a big one. Let's say it goes up. Here we go, for example. Let's say it goes back to 500, okay? Today, at some point in time. Let's say it goes to 500 and hits that resistance, because resistance will be at 500 now, probably. So let's say it goes back to 500. Well, I bought it at 476, and if I could sell it, the 500 resistance potentially, that'd be $24 a share. $24 a share times 20, again, not too much money, but I think it's what is it, 240? $20 a share. Where am I at? Times 24. That times 24. It's 480. So I'm looking to try to make $480. I'm looking to try. I mean, I'm not really going to lose much. Actually, I take that back. We are going to lose because we have some Google long, and Google is hit for $114 a share right now. But it's not that many. I mean, so I'm looking to hedge basically any long. So the Google is a super long-term position. This was purchased at 176. Okay, this is never going to be sold. This is like an infinite hold. So pretty much. So I mean, there's no way I would do anything there. But anyway, that's so, and also I would expect Google to come up now throughout the day too. I mean, it's down 10%. That's pretty brutal. 9.4%. Google's down. So we don't have other positions. I mean, we have all cash. Like I said, I mean, it's 90% cash right now. And then we just went to about 85% cash or 87% cash. We didn't spend that much on this. What did we spend? Let's see. About 20 shares. That's What am I? 20 shares at 476. I think 14,000. So no, it wasn't even that much. It wasn't even that much. What am I talking about? We bought 20 shares times $476 a share. We spent 10,000. That's right. So 9,500. We spent, which is 4%. So yeah, we went from 90% cash to 86% cash as of currently. But I don't plan to maintain these. You can see now, wow, the asking price is coming up. So we're already making money in pre-market. 479. Okay. So it looks like, well, I mean, that's not necessarily going to hold true, but it's 476 to 479.50. We made $3.50 a share so far in the last 10 minutes. Doesn't mean that's going to hold by any means. And plus, I need to sell at a spot. So I'm going to watch it pump up for the first 10 minutes from 9:30 to 9:40. I'm going to, or actually maybe to 10 o'clock. I'm going to see how the market pumps up or down or what it does. And I'm going to potentially just cut it out, try to make a tiny gain of a few hundred, $200 to $700, maybe potentially even $1,000. $200 to $1,000 is probably the range of what I can make on these 20 shares. So I'm going to try to do that and then cut the position and see what's going on. And try to check some other trades. Anyway, I don't want to drag it out too long. I hope you guys like learning a little bit. If you never have traded or bought or sold pre-market, it's always good to kind of know how understand how it works, and that you can't just go in and buy at the asking price and expect to ever get a share of anything. Okay, that's just not how it works in pre-market. Anyway, we might do another video later at the end of the day. We'll see how things go and how this plays off. But have a good trading day and be safe out there. Make quality decisions no matter what you do. Okay. And as always, all of our spreadsheets are free for any dollar cost averaging or anything, any of our spreadsheets for Tesla Robo Taxi to whatever we have. We offer all those for free so you guys don't have to do all the work. I already did the work. Why would you have to redo it? All right. Take care. Talk to you later.